Okay, good and welcome to Henry Money Making class. Of course, in the last video, I already showed you how you can make use of CEX.io, showed you about the wallet future, the buy and sell, the exchange futures, and all that. And so today's video, I'll be showing you precisely how you can trade using CEX.io. So probably you need to step into the market at the right time, leave the market at the right time, and all that. So CEX.io has those beautiful opportunities. The beautiful thing about TX or IO, I love it so much. It's user friendly. The user interface is just awesome. You do not necessarily have to try finding your ways around a lot of things, like some other applications that could be a bit difficult for those who are not so used to cryptocurrency. So in this video, I'll be teaching you how to make use of I've shown you wallets, but this we're going to make use of Trade Pro, and here you will find out a lot of things about it. Now, so first and foremost, we'll go over here. I'll start here with of course you can choose your pairs first and foremost. If you click on this edit button, you can choose the pairs you want to trade with. So let's say I pick this. I just want to pick like 3 pairs, and then that's it. I click done. So anytime I come over here, I have the ability of seeing the pairs I really want to be observing and watching for. So you see, the thing about CEX is that if they're also showing you a percentage in reduction here, you can see the amount that's been lost on that. So if you want it to be done alphabetically, you can click over here on ABC gainers, and then you want it to be arranged as losers. But this is actually for your favorites. So origin, I've left it that way. Now, the next thing we want to look out for, we can slide or we can touch up here markets. So markets is really amazing because here you see the true price of BTC and you know how much every single exchange is selling BTC. So let's take for instance, CEX.io is currently buying and selling USDT within $22,000, $22,000, 20,600. Bitcoin is the same thing. Now, CEX or IO is actually close to Binance. You can see that clearly. So, what if, for instance, somebody decides to buy on CEX and then move it over to Binance to sell, or buy on Binance and come over to CEX to sell? Amazing. But then, one of the things you still need to look out for here, even if you want to consider these arbitrage opportunities, that you need to consider the fees on BTC. Kraken has 631. So do you have up to 1 BTC? And if you have up to 1 BTC, do you really think it's really worth it for you to just be making this amount of money on it? Well, perhaps you obviously we might not really be looking at such a big picture like that. We might want to say, okay, let's work with $1,000, $10,000, and then maybe move that or see something and see how it goes, or $5,000, and see if we can make profit or reap profit out of it. So there's a particular exchange that catches my fancy right here, and that's Bittrex. So Bittrex is currently selling BTC at 30,000. So, but then again, you need to check out for the volume of BTC there. We just have about 185. That's the volume that's available. So I think you need to consider this. You need to be very sure that if you send your BTC in there, that you have the ability of selling it out as well. So if you look over here for Binance also has 26,000 to 261,000 BTC available. And then you can see CX.io just has about 24, but then this is actually 24 hours trading volume, please. That's something I need you to take note of. So you need to consider the trading volume to see how much traders are really out there. Now OKEX also has about 24,000. So you could decide now, and you can see that OKEX is actually trading at 38,000. So you're saying, okay, why don't we buy from CX.io and then go over to OKEX to sell off? Well, that's something probably you should try out. And then let me see what persons are. But then if we are to look based on what we are seeing here, we have to consider the profit on this. So we have 22,000 here, and then on OKEX we have about 38,000. It means, honestly speaking, we're looking at a whooping difference of 16,000. And for me, I think, honestly speaking, that's way too high. So unless if OKS likely has some issues, but if it doesn't have any issues, I think this is going to be amazing. This is an arbitrage opportunity you need to jump on top and take. great use of. So here we're going to be looking at the trade. So this is the beautiful, so you can currently see how trades are currently ongoing here. So for instance, if you want to trade BTC or any currency at all of your choice, let's say I choose BCH USD, you can see it. So BTC market seems to be moving more than BCH USD. Okay, this is also moving. So this is their spread. You can see what their spread is, and then total amounts of BCH and all that. So what do? We type in the amount of USD. You need to have some amount in your accounts already. So if it's dollar you have, so let's say I buy $100, and then the amount to show here. Now when choosing markets, for any purchase you're doing, instantly the price will be executed without much ado. You don't have to wait for it. It's going to buy at the current price. But when you pick limits, what limit simply does is that you write the amount of coin you want to buy, and then you put a price that you want. So so this is what I do here. Now when I want to buy, sometimes if you want to buy immediately using limits, one of the things you have to do is you have to buy from those on the sell section. And then because everybody on this red side, they are all selling, while those on this green side are people who want to buy. So let me just briefly do an explanation on this for those who are beginners in using cryptocurrency. So you see the green side here is for those who want to buy, and the red side is for those who want to sell. So everyone here has placed their price. So somebody is saying, so let's say the first person has placed his price, saying I want to buy at 126. Another person is saying I want to buy at 126, 126, 124, 125, and all that. But then there are people who are saying we want to sell at 132. So what's going to happen is these people at 126 have placed their price. Anybody who has a product they want to sell, until this price reaches this, these orders are not executed. So this order is going to stay here and will not be executed until somebody decides to sell to this person here at 126. That's the only time. 126.35, that's the only time this person's order will be executed. Once an order is executed, the order will no longer stay there. Now take note that up to 3, 4, 5 persons could decide to place an order with the same price. So but how it's going to be taken is based on the first person who places an order. That's the person's price will be taken. So it could take probably maybe by tomorrow, maybe if price drops down for BCH down to 126, obviously these orders will be executed. Now in the case of sell, it's just like you trying to auction a car. So these people have put out their own car, and the name of the car that they are selling is called BCH. So somebody saying, please, my car BCH, which is the name of my car, I want to sell my car at $132. So this car will remain there at 132.92 until somebody comes to purchase it. So if nobody comes to purchase it, it remains there. So what simply happens is that if price rises up on BCH and then comes up to this point where it meets 132, comes up to the place where it meets 132, what we're simply going to see is that this order will also be executed. So for instance, the car, which is BCH, begins to rise, and maybe because of demand or something happens or news in the crypto market, and that car begins to rise. People now be like, oh, don't you know that Rolls Royce is no longer $10,000? Rolls Royce is currently $1 million. All of a sudden, all these orders will be executed. Or probably Rolls Royce was selling at 126 before, and all of a sudden everybody begins to buy, demand goes up, and then Rolls Royce is now being sold at 132. So at that point, this price will be executed, this order will be executed. So having seen this, if you want to use limits in purchasing, you touch any particular price it is that you want. So you see I've touched this price here, 136. So if that's the price I want to buy, of course order will be executed immediately. So if I choose this, which is the one on top, immediately, and then you see the amount of BCH you're going to get, I've put in, you see the amount of BCH you're going to get and all that. So that's it. That's exactly the way it works. But on this case here, so this is actually the price and this is not the amount. So you need to understand this. What you're seeing here is the price you want to buy. So if you type in a particular amount, you can say, okay, I want to buy 5 BCH, and I want to buy 5 BCH at this price. Though you can see that for 5 BCH, what is available here is 2 BCH. So this is up to 11. You can decide to choose this guy who is 11 and say, okay, but you've chosen his price, so you know that you can get the quantity that you're looking for at once, and then you can come over here and click on 5. So it's going to work with that 132.90 because of that his price. So you can see it here. So you just pick the right amount of BCH you want, right 5, and then you click on buy. So if you have sufficient funds with you, in your trade will be executed immediately. Or you can decide to join one of those who just keeps their price, and then probably you wake up in the morning because of price fluctuation in the market. The price could have come down to 126 or 127, and then your trade will be executed for you. Now, so you understanding of market could still put you on profit. So somebody buys at 126 and later on price rises up to 110, 136. The person makes $10 on every BCH that he owns. So if he's doing up to $1,000, of course, because we say it's $10 on every BCH, even if it takes him 3 days for that trade to be executed. So if he buys at 126 and then sells at 136, that's $10, right? So if he has $1,000, it means he has made $10,000. So you need to consider how long will it take for this price. Is it possible for BCH to move $10 with $10 increments? So yes, as simple as with just $10,000, the person can make with $1,000, you make that amount of money. Looking at price difference. Okay, but the thing here is that, oh, sorry, I think I made a mistake. Even if you had $1,000, remember that the price of 1 BCH is around 126. So that wouldn't fly. Sorry, I needed to bring that. So even if you had $1,000, you would just likely be able to buy about 8 BCH. So meaning if you're buying about 8 BCH or thereabout, you would likely just be making about $80. So what matters is price fluctuations, and you keep making your profit on the go. So that's it, because you need to consider the price of 1 BCH. So once you've placed your order, of course, this is where you will see it while you're waiting for your order to execute. So you can put this pair, you can put all pairs. So if you have BCH, you have BTC, you bought BTC as well. And then so many other things you can see that. And then finally, this is the history. This is where you see all pairs, this pair. So you can see that these are some of the trades I've executed in time past on the market. So you've currently seen how to do arbitrage using CEX. You've also seen how to buy and sell, and I've shown you how to move between exchanges. You can also do that. So I guess some persons will likely might want to know, okay, how do I withdraw if I have money in my wallet? So I have money here in my Tron wallet, and I think it's necessary I show you that. Okay, so probably in my next video, I'll show you how to do a deposit on cex.io, and also how to do a withdrawal. So thank you very much for watching. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscription button. Thanks.